What would you want your legacy to be?
Being a waymaker, man. Like that, I know that I was here. I created opportunities. I changed lives. I made a stamp. I changed minds. Man, the industry, man, would be boring without me, man.
Of course not.
Of course, it would have been boring, man. So like that feeling is amazing. So, and I'm here to do more. We're just starting.
Hey people, it's DJ Edu, the Afro Boss. This is Africa from the BBC, and today we have a very special guest. It's not often that one of the biggest artists out of the motherland is in London with us, chilling, and having a big chat, man. It is Obio, Davido, baddest 30BG gang. How you doing, bro?
What's up, Edu?
Good to have you, man.
Crazy, man. What's up? How you doing?
I was thinking, the first time we met, you were 18. You just came to town and you found that Davido.
Yeah, I was doing some promo.
Yeah, some promo for that. And your dad called and he was like, "Yeah, Davido, you need to come back. You need to come back. Davido needs to be in school." Your bro's like, "Yeah, he's coming. He's coming." You came to do an interview. Full circle. You're one of the biggest artists in the motherland now, 10 years later. How does it feel to be one of the biggest artists from Africa?
It's crazy, man. Like, it's been a long journey, man. Like you said, UK had a big part to play because it was one of the first places I came to, leaving Nigeria after I decided to fully take on music. And like when I dropped music, UK was like the first place I traveled to to come and promote. Since then, it's just been crazy. UK has not just been showing love.
And it's been 10 years and you're still relevant. How do you keep that going?
God has really blessed me. It hasn't been like a smooth road, but like we've fought through a lot of things and just made it happen and just stuck to it. And the music is in us, man. The vibe is in me.
Yeah.
You feel me? So like, I feel like when something is natural like this, like it's really hard for you to like fade off or
If you were to give us some of the secrets or to pass on, I know you're mentoring a lot of, you give opportunity to a lot of younger people. What would be the key to that longevity, to being that, spanning those many years?
I feel like as an artist, you have to know your vision. You have to know what you want, and have a great team around you, and talent. Obviously,
I know one thing that you forgot to mention. When you span across your sound, it's so
different.
versatile.
That falls under talent. You feel me? Hard work, talent, grace. I feel like also just the way you just move around I feel like my own key has just always been being free with people, especially with the people that like the gatekeepers. I call them the gatekeepers of the industry. Yeah. People like you, people like even to the smallest DJ. Like even if every time I do it, it's like something like I'm used to it. Like if I don't do it, I can't even sleep at night. Like every event, like I go here to DJ, like yo, nice one. Like, I know how we started, how I had to give my CD to every DJ, how we started from printing 100, 500 CDs, me and Issa, young, going around everywhere. And then, so you appreciate them even at your highest level.
Of course.
Yes, so little things like that, you know what I'm saying? And, support from everybody, like the Africans in the diaspora as well.
You relatively come from a well-off background.
Yeah.
Some people think, you're like, why do you have to do this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, could be part-time for you, but you go so hard, like, what is the drive behind that?
I mean, like, it's my job, man. Like, at the end of the day, like, it's just like, I look at it like this. Like, for example, my dad has a lot of companies. And to me, I looked at this as, okay, daddy, you do this, you have oil, you do everything. And then you have electricity, you do energy. So let me handle the entertainment side of the family. But like, obviously, like, my family is, you go to school, then after you go to school, you go work for dad type family. And that was really the blueprint. And that was really what was set up for me. Was just go to school and just go work for him. But then along the line, my mom passed. So it was just really only me. So I think my mom passing and my dad being so busy at work gave me time to find myself. And then it was just music, man. I just couldn't get myself out of there. Like entertainment, And then from there, I just fell in love with it, and I stuck to it.
Okay.
I started off with engineering, producing, and then from there,
Yeah, you built up small.
built up small, started recording people, like just being like a studio rat, just going to every studio I could find. Like I used to be so amazed being in the studio. I'd be so happy, like excited, like it was a different feeling for me, like being in the studio, wanting to learn. Like I didn't even want to go to school anymore. Then from there, that's when I knew that, okay, this music is going to be a problem for me. So from there, it really just distracted me in school. And then I flunked out of school. Came back to Nigeria, started hustling, doing my music, and then came out to London, started hustling. So I was in London for like 6 months.
Okay.
Just really chilling with my cousin. My dad was actually looking for me, but like music is what I wanted to do. Like nobody could tell me nothing.
You were born in the States,
Mm-hmm.
and you have at the time. I mean, American music was so massive.
Yeah.
Why didn't you resonate with
Because
American
funny
music?
enough, like me and my cousins, like I said, like I started off producing, and I was producing hip hop beats, and my cousins used to rap. So like that was actually the main focus at first, was to blow up in America. I remember that was like, because Akon just blew up, and then and he was living in like in the Atlanta area. We was trying to mess with him, get like a deal. I remember, but then the Nigerian industry started blowing up too.
Okay, yes.
So D'banj, them, P Square, Two Face, they were making their own rounds too. So me, I was just like this, and after a while, I was just like, oh, this is where my heart is, because I love the African sound.
Yeah, and then I mean, back when you look at songs,
I recorded back when in London.
Yeah. Oh wow. So what was the inspiration behind Back When?
Funny enough, like what I used to do, like I used to make a lot of demos. Like I record a lot of demos, but I record the demos for artists. So like, hear these beats. This is the idea I did on the beats. I wasn't necessarily keeping it for myself.
Okay.
I was keeping it so the artist could sing it. So yeah, that was a demo I had. So what happened? I had a cousin that MPZ. Shout out to him. My blood cousin MPZ. He was actually the artist that I was pushing.
Okay.
So I was gonna be like the producer.
So you've always been pushing artists then, from even before you said, yeah. Oh wow, yeah.
But he just got busy with some stuff. Like he traveled to America, and from there we kind of disconnected. So I had so much demos that I had nothing to do with. So I was like, let me just release something. Because my cousin was like, you sound good. Like, why don't you just do it? And I was like, man, my dad like, my dad worried about me getting a degree, and like, it's gonna be long. Like. So after a while, I was just like, let me just try it. And I dropped one song, like on Facebook. Like I saw the comments, everybody was like, this is crazy, I love this. I dropped another one, and I took it serious, and I went to Nigeria, shot a proper video. That was Back When.
Okay, so back when you didn't even know that you had this talent, literally.
Funny enough, it just kind of grew. Like each time I was just kept on trying, it was kind of cultivating, and like, it was getting better, learning, moving to Nigeria to working with producers, focusing, learning the culture. But like, you always have the groove. Like, come on, the groove is inbuilt. So it's just whether it was American music or African music I was doing, I knew that whichever way, like, it's in me.
And then from Back When came Davido, which now just went to that.
Yeah, because from Back When, like, from Back When to Davido, that space was me fighting my dad, trying to figure it out. My dad found out I was in school in America for like a year. So it was a lot.
What were you doing when you were not in school? Just producing?
I got a house with some Jamaicans.
Okay.
Facts. The space from Back When and Davido was really like up and down, running from the police. You tell me like, I gotta go back to school. So when I did Davido, the song blew up so big, like he couldn't even like send police anymore.
What was his reaction?
Because the police will say they're my fans. I remember there was this one time, so that's when I knew. I was like, oh yeah, I got him. Now I got him. Because you send police, and then this one time he sent it, and then the police phone is ringing. And I'm like, that's my song.
Yeah.
I said, your song? Now you sing this song? That's my song. I said, all right, yeah, we in there. So from there, like his friend, like his friends, like his billionaire friends, calling him like, no, let him leave him. We like the music. Leave him, let him sing. He's good. He's good. Yeah. Then himself, he likes music. He's actually he drums. Like he used to drum in church, but education is like his prime.
Okay, like most African parents anyway.
Yeah.
So is it from you being in school to now getting paid, is that what really changed his mindset? Because now it became a business.
No, he saw that there was money in it though. He saw like I could really actually survive like without him kind of. And like it's like that never really happened in my family. So like he saw like I remember like when I first got like when the MTN it's like the telecommunication company. Yeah. When they came and they were like, they want to do endorsements. He was like, hey, are you serious? And but then he was like, how much? I was like, oh, then it was like 20 million. That was like I'm 17. Like nobody's seen that that kind of money. So it's like, wow, this is from music and this is off like 2 songs.
Of course, yeah.
So I'm explaining to him, Daddy, see, like we can do this. So he's looking at it, okay. So he built me a studio, then gave me some money to run my stuff, and did my first album, and then came out really, really successful. You know what I'm saying?
You are one of the people who carried that flag for young African music. How did that feel for you at the time? Was there any pressure because there were times that people in the UK didn't want even to be associated with anything Africa. You're the one of the few people who made it cool to be African.
I remember like one of the first times I came out here for promo, I was telling my manager, I was like, yo, man, let's just go back to like Africa, treating us like royalty. Like I'd rather go home and be treated like a king than go somewhere else and be disrespected. So but over time like that changed. Like even from like sometimes we used to perform, they'll cut off the lights, like you know how it was like in the beginning, like like in the beginning, like how they'll be like, yo, you have 10 minutes left on stage. I'm like, hey, what are you talking about? Now they're like, yo, you have any more time you spend on stage, just £15,000. I said, I don't care, I'm making £100,000. I'll pay it right now, bro. Yeah. So you can see like times are different.
This is actually your second time doing the O2. I mean, is that the new benchmark now? Because I'm getting artists in Nigeria telling me after 1 year, I'm going to the O2.
I mean, I mean, like it's been a journey. I feel like also everybody should experience that growth and not really rush to do those things. But I mean, if anybody feels like a young lad goes out, feels like he can do it, there's no stopping anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody's God. Like go ahead. Like if you feel like you can do it, go ahead. It's amazing, you know what I'm saying? Still pushing the envelope at the same time. Whether A does it, whether B does it, whether C does it.
It's the culture.
It's the culture. We all win at the end of the day.
That also coincided with you getting a record deal.
Yeah.
That album wasn't exactly what you really wanted it to be. I mean, explain to me how that came about.
Really because like, first of all, like when I signed the deal, I was confused. Like I remember after I signed, she said, okay, we have to start working, blah, blah. So they set me up a couple of producers, a couple of writers. And I noticed that, you know, there's a certain sound, like a pop sound, they were kind of comfortable with, which was different from my sound. So I tried what they wanted me to try. But I honestly thought it was going to work. I honestly thought it was going to work. I thought it was going to be big, you know. First artist on the Sony, dropping huge everywhere, like rock star stuff. Like,
and you had big collaborations on that.
And then it went like the opposite way. And I remember just being so upset and confused. And that's when I took that trip back home to Nigeria. And I got back in the studio with my original producers, my original people, and came back with If.
Yeah, so and the success of If, man. If back then when you were making it, did you know that?
I mean, when I made it,
if I tell you, say, this song gonna blow.
When I made it, no, but I remember the next day, Techno, shout out to Techno, the producer called me. He was like, yo, we got one, David. I said, are you sure? And he was like, yeah. No. I paid for my friends. They were like, yo, this is hard. And then from there we came to London again, shot the video.
Nobile.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nobile, yes. Yes. Oh, that was
UK's played an amazing role in my career, man.
So do you feel that when you're making music now, it has to resonate with the UK as well?
No. I feel like the way I make my music, like you said, like I'm versatile. So obviously there's no certain demographic I'm always aiming for if my music is that versatile. It's just music, and I'm always ready to experiment and try new things. Just how I went into Amapiano first before everybody. You know, I heard it was confusing at first, but I was like, I always want to try new things.
You're now a family man as well. I mean,
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so how is that? What is like a day in the life of David, man? What would you do in a normal day if you're just in Nigeria chilling with the family?
Chill out day, I wake up. It depends if I went out the night before or not. I wake up, I don't eat breakfast.
Okay.
Barely eat lunch. I eat late. Like I'm like from 4, 5. I eat late to like 2, 3.
And what's your favorite food to eat?
I love plantain and egg.
Yeah, is that you?
But I'm on a diet now, so I can't eat all this. It's killing me, man.
I seen you on a workout regime.
So I wake up, you know what I'm saying? It depends. Go watch TV. I love news. I love politics, so I watch a lot of world politics, stuff that goes on. Have my dinner. Friends over, obviously. Go in the studio, listen to music or create music. Then we step out, you understand?
Yeah, okay.
Either we go for like a nice dinner. I love new restaurants now in Lagos, like amazing. Like everywhere you turn, there's a new restaurant.
Okay.
We go out, get some food, then we hit the streets.
And what's your favorite Nigerian food to eat?
I like rice, beans, fish, and plantain.
Okay. Yeah, plantain day, morning, noon, and night.
I'm a plantain guy.
That's your guy.
If you swallow, I like amala.
Okay.
Yes.
And can you explain amala to me?
Amala with fisherman soup.
Ooh. You see, it's actually turning him
with
on.
Crab.
There you go. There you go.
You know, see.
And what's a busy day like with family and just?
If I have my kids over, like everybody knows, phone off, kids over, kick all my boys out. Just me and my kids. They're so energetic. I'll be tired at the end of the night. Like I remember, like my daughter came the other day, like, Daddy, why are you always sleeping? I'm like, like in my day, I'm always awake in the night. Why are you always awake in the night? I said, I don't know. Always asking questions. And now like they're getting older and they go into school. Like it's crazy. Like my daughter will come and asking me, you're like, Daddy, my friend said, is it true? My friend said you did this, and they saw it in the news. I'm like, oh wow, God. Like she's at that age where it's like she's really asking me questions. Like my 2 oldest daughters, my son is still a baby. My 2 oldest daughters, like they get old, like they be asking, like, like why is their mom? Why are their moms different? Yeah, like stuff like that.
Okay.
Like, why don't we live with you? Like. Stuff like that.
Yes, like, stuff that kids ask, innocence.
You know what I'm saying?
So how does it impact your music when you're making music now? Because you have little girls who can actually listen, relate.
My daughter told me, Daddy, I saw you on TV. One girl, what you were touching. I saw what was I doing? Said, that was I had 2. So I had 1 here. I had 1 here. Oh God!
So, like, does it play on your mind when you're now going into, because you're like, woof? Because I mean, cameras, action, everything's there now.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Like they are aware. Like I went to my daughter's school the other day to like pick her up. It's crazy. Like the whole school went crazy. She's like, yo, don't come close. No pictures.
Wow. Yeah. And you were speaking about politics there. You're obviously very influential.
Yeah.
So how do you use your influence to impact change in society and things like that?
I mean, it's hard, you know what I'm saying? Especially coming from my country where it's really old-fashioned politics, where it's like if you overtalk, you are disrespecting. You know how it is now. No, like one very, very big king in Nigeria, he called me recently to come and sing. Because you know that the election is coming.
Of course. And
I really wasn't vocal in politics until they do me wayo for my eye like this, like they cheated when it happened to me. do you understand?
You felt it, huh?
With my family, when we won the election. So that was like the first time, like like we saw that we won, like we celebrating, we won. They just came switch the whole thing. So that was like the first big blow, which made me interested. Like, I want to get involved. I want to change this. Like, I know how hard we campaign. I know how hard these people want us to rule them. You feel me? So from then I've been getting into politics and stuff like that. It's just crazy. We just recently signed the a bill saying electronic transmission of votes. So hopefully we can curve out the rigging or at least reduce it.
Okay, amazing. And also obviously SARS you know, the Lekki toll gates and SARS and all that. Yeah. And your song Femme becoming one of the anthems. I mean, reviving some of your music.
Calling me, Davido, you want to go and sing for us? I said no. I sang that song, so it was different, but it was crazy that, you know, the message of the song related with, you know, what was happening at the time. So it was an amazing coincidence. I visited Abuja. I went. It was a very, very sensitive time in Nigeria. I even got backlash for even trying to help.
Oh wow!
It's crazy for going to I went to the IG's office to see him, and I think they were upset because they didn't allow cameras. Some people were saying I should have gone live because of transparency. But you know what I'm saying? We're doing what we can. Of course. I'm there because I know I have the power to get in this building. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying I'm the best person to represent everybody, but at least I can get in the building. So that was that, and I remember that day it was a lot of backlash, but we did what we could, man. A really sensitive time in Nigeria.
Do you see yourself going into politics?
Not with the way everything is jaga jaga now.
Nigeria jaga jaga.
It does give you headache, man. It's just like, and these old men, like, you're doing, like, come on, man, like, they can't even walk, bro. Like, they're tired, and they don't want to let go of the country. So it's just like, I'm not trying to be in a government where it's like now even all the youths that are even in the government, they're getting backlash. Even the youths that are trying to even change things, they're getting backlash because they are associated with those old men there. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And I cannot destroy all my years of entertaining, making people happy, then switch to politician, and everything, all my career as Davido and every good thing I've done for myself vanishes, because that's what exactly will happen.
Of course, yeah.
It's happened many times. I don't say names, but a lot of glorified people and important people in communities or in a country, like, that go on to become political people. A lot of them end up destroying their legacy. So that's something I have to be very careful about.
Which brings me also to you uplifting others.
For sure.
And DMW and 30BG, as in always looking out for others, jumping on people's songs, whether it's Kobazi in Liberia, whether it's Diamond in Tanzania. Where does that come from? Where does that spirit come from?
They're all amazing artists. Let me put that out there at first, you know. So they're all amazing artists. They do amazing music. And I love music, you know what I'm saying? So if we're in the studio, if the song is mad, I'll do it. It doesn't have to be like, you don't have to be like, oh, the biggest artist in the world. But if I feel like, yo, it's some nice music, and I know that I can help you put it out there, and you know, I want people to listen to it, and also change your life. Like, I've seen, it's changed lives, changing lives. You know what I'm doing? Like, I'm changing lives. I'm changing generations. So when my kids go to any of these countries, they know that they can go to Diamond if you're watching.
Yeah.
I know that anytime my children, whether I'm alive or not, they'll come to your house and they'll eat, and you take care of them for me. Of course, I took care of you.
Of course, man. And then you flipped that round on your birthday, and was it a joke when you started calling people out for this
joke.
1 million naira?
It was a joke that I was joking with my friends, like my inner
your close circle. Yeah.
So I got drunk, and I tweeted my account number. Like one of my accounts I had. Bro, it was just like going crazy. Wow, I was like, 7 million. Bro, when it got to like 50 million, I was like, yo, this is crazy. I remember I took a shower, I came out, 75. We drove to the mall, because I had to shoot something. When I got to the mall, somebody walked up to me, gave me $10,000. Oof. That was always going on. The money got so much, it got to like 200. Then I remember I was like, I can't keep this.
So how much would you have kept?
Honestly, like,
if it was
the reason why I was even thinking about, because people were like, you know when you have the devil here and the angel here?
Yeah.
So the whole night I had people telling me, your
money.
They're like, and they're saying it's your money because they're like, yo, you've done so much for the community. Like, you do this, you do charity every day, and then they see it. People see it. I change lives every day. Whether it's education, whether it's whether it's somebody that needs help in the hospital, healthcare, a lot of things. Like, so it's just like people know that I'm about this life every day. Okay. So that's why they were like, yo, keep that money, man. Like, you deserve it. Like, then the other people were like, don't keep it to Nigerians, Nigerians. If I do any bad thing now, they'll say, this one. And I thought about it. And then I was like, let me consult the person, like, who I go to, like, my last option, who's my dad. So I called my dad. My dad was like, you can't keep that money. And he was like, yo, let me advise you. He was like, add your own money too. And donate it to charity. I was like, add my own again. I was like, okay, how much? And I thought about it. I was like, you know what? So the money I was even going to spend for my birthday, like, go out. I was like, you know what, let me just add 50 million. So I added my own 50 million, 250 million. And then compiling the list. It took like 3 months.
Oh, wow. To
compile the list of because people were sending fake orphanages.
To come and collect.
So we had to send representatives to everybody that applied. And if you know how many so it took months. So we narrowed it down to about 296 orphanages. Split the money down. So we had people go to all 296 and see the condition.
Okay.
So obviously the bigger your orphanage, the more money you get.
Okay.
The more advanced your orphanage, the kind of like less money you get, because you don't need that much money to enhance. So some buildings needed refurbishing. So hopefully like this is something I plan to do every year. Obviously next year might not be everybody send me money. Next year might be just me calling my big friends and like, yo, let's all or do like a gala, auction some stuff out. You know what I'm saying? I might auction my jacket I wear on Saturday. It's like stuff like that.
It's funny, I sit here and talk to you. When we're talking about music, you're really calm and collected. But when we start talking about politics and change and orphanages and helping others, you jump out your seat.
Yeah.
Is it just the kind of person you are? Is that your passion?
No, because like I'm more like I've been doing music for 11 years. So like I feel like maybe other things kind of excite me more. Because even with the music, you branch out to other things.
Of course, yeah.
Like who are all the great musicians now that have done it? Like Rihanna, when last Rihanna entered studio, she's branching out to other things, changing lives, doing makeup, doing this. I'm working on my documentary. Of course. It's gonna come out on Netflix. It's gonna be amazing. Like it's one of a kind. The whole
featuring Sarkodie. Right?
You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna have everything in it.
You already have the theme song. The youngins that you brought up, are you like a proud dad to see these guys going, and come out to the UK, go around the world?
Of course, man. It's amazing to see, especially like knowing exactly where I met them, when you first see them, like you're like, yo, I remember where you was 2 years ago. Sometimes like with me, I don't really see my own growth because it's me, so it's like it's my own body, so I can't really look. But seeing other people's own and how they be able to change their lives, change people around them, change their families' lives, and knowing that I was a part of that because I gave them an opportunity.
Of course, yeah.
And what's the opportunity? Bringing them in, embracing them, introducing them to my fans, introducing them to the world.
And it's interesting because Nigeria there's a lot of competition.
Yeah.
How do you manage to weed out some of these artists? Because I remember I was speaking to Mayakun and he said you DM'd him and he didn't believe it was you. He thought it was a fake account, and then he realized that it was actually you. Yeah. So how do you reach out to some of these artists?
Funny enough, it's just like all my artists, it's just been like chance. Like with Peruzzi, I was on YouTube and I just saw his video randomly. And I actually just played out loud. This song sounds nice. And I DM'd him like, yo, I want to come to Nigeria and link up. Then he had a friend that knew me, that he was just brought to me. Mayor Kun, I just saw a tweet. His was weird. I just saw a tweet. And funny enough, it's like the video that Mayor Kun even posted on Twitter, he was doing a cover to my song. There was really nothing spectacular about what he did. But it just caught my attention. And then he DM'd me like, help me type something like that. And I just DM'd him back. I was just in a good mood that day, I guess. And then from there, we just started talking, and he was like, oh, he writes songs, he's a musician, and I was finishing my album at the time, so I was like, yo, let's link up. And then from there, we just got close, and then I was like, yo, let me put you on. And he recorded the Eleko,
Yeah.
and then from there, like,
Yeah, everything was.
I even forgot about my career for like 4 months because of Meokum, because I was so interested in just making him work.
Yeah. And within your progression, unfortunately, you have lost a lot of people
Yeah, crazy.
around you and your team. How have you managed to cope with that? Because
Man,
it's
like,
kind of like a stigma sometimes. You know, people are from the outside.
of course, you
looking
know, when
in.
they start saying like, oh yeah, like I'm sacrificing them, stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
and things like
Because
that.
obviously, like, even me, it got to a point where even me, I was like, from the outside, I was like, if I wasn't me, I think like, come on, man. But if you know what I realized, I have a lot of, my family was big. I have a lot of friends,
Okay.
so it wasn't really that old, but that old, like people close to me or that. I just had a really big family. Well, it was just unfortunate I lost them like back to back. And it just really, we just realized that, you know, being on the road, like my bodyguard, like RIP to him, like I remember like his wife was telling me, like I told him like, yo, like you're getting old, I think you should slow down and get some help. But like with me, that he loved me so much where he was sick and he was telling his wife, like, baby, no, I have to go to work today, I can't leave David, David is going out, I can't leave David. And, you know, it hurt me because I wasn't really looking.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because he was trying to be strong for me.
Of course, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So me, I'm not even realizing that, TJ, are you sick? You know what I'm saying? By the time I realized, look back, you passed. You know what I'm saying? There was no time where I had the opportunity to even go and see him in the hospital. You know, everybody just wanted to look strong for me.
Okay.
So that, his situation. And then even with my best friend Obama, he was same situation, he was sick. And you know what I'm saying, still following me around. These days, that's why I say everybody in the gym, I make everybody do.
Yes,
so
yes,
we're going to the hospital, we're doing health checks, everybody go and check yourself. If people that need to stop drinking, stop following me to drink. Do you understand? People that need to stop smoking, stop following me to do. You know what I'm saying?
That Nigerianness, wherever you go,
They must
even
know
if you
we're
jump
here.
on a song, they will know you. Is that like part of your culture? It's just
Nigerians
in
are
your
just stubborn, I guess.
in your DNA. I'm thinking even with the Amapiano coming, other people would have taken a step back, but you guys are like, okay, we're going to jump on this and make it our own. You know, like any style that comes, you jump on.
But like with me, I'm doing man with them.
Yeah, and
All the
that's-
Amapiano I've done is been with Foka.
Yeah.
So I'm not even there to take any sound or do anything. And me and Foka got an EP we're working on too.
So you pay homage to the sound by involving the people from that part of the.
And
of
I
the
enjoy
culture.
and I enjoy from the sound too.
This guy. So obviously the O2 is coming and it's 11 years in the game. I saw an interview of you saying a while back that you were going to quit music at 30.
Yeah.
You are now 29. 30 is knocking. Are you quitting this music?
Breathing on my ear.
Yeah. Are you going to quit the music?
Nah, man, I think I still have a lot to do. You know what I'm saying? I still have a lot to do, man. We'll see what happens in the next 10 years. So we'll probably go for another 10. Let's go. So,
And what is there left for you to do you feel? Because you have made Africa look cool again. People are proud to be Africans. You're part of that.
I feel like to visualize the whole dream, like the final vision of the dream for me, like I have it in my head. I can't really explain it, but kind of like what Jay-Z has done, I feel like. With everything, with clothing, with what Kanye is doing with the clothes, with the electronic. I'm still figuring out, but the next 10 years is going to be wild.
Yeah, so are we going to see more of what you do musically, or now you're going to take it to the other end and now start to branch out and do other things? Maybe that's what you meant at that time, but you really didn't know. That after
Obviously,
you're
like
30,
music
you're
is
gonna
now
branch.
music is primarily the first option. First, you know, that's my job. I'm a musician first, so that's not gonna stop. But obviously, we're gonna branch into other things. Definitely movies, documentaries. I have a game show, TV show coming. That's gonna be crazy.
Okay.
It's coming. I'm very fun to watch. So I have a TV
Yeah,
show.
I noticed that.
Yeah,
like
I
you're always
make
making people laugh all the time. Yeah.
Oh God. But yeah, I'm working on something. It's gonna be like it's not like a dating show, but it's gonna be like a type of like a, but it's with girls. I don't. Let me not do that. But yeah, it's coming. It's coming.
Oh, come on, man. You can't.
It's like a TV game show type. It's like, you know, Fear Factor?
Okay, yeah.
Like
yeah.
Fear Factor, but with girls and like tasks, and
Okay,
the winner
okay.
gets like a lot of money,
okay.
come on tour with me. Like,
Oh.
I'm still planning in like the finishing stage.
Okay, amazing. So, what are we to look forward to for the O2? Obviously, we can't wait to see.
It's gonna be amazing, man. Like,
And when you're gonna bring out the whole 30 BG gang,
bro,
is it gonna be surprises? What's
it's
gonna be
crazy.
happening?
Like,
Yeah.
I'm like production alone. I'm touching almost 500,000 pounds.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? That's like my own money. Like I'm putting into production. So.
Is it important for you for all these things
Yes,
to be
because
placed in-
yes,
to look a
because this
certain
is
part?
this is what they're watching. This is our way of saying, look at us. You know what I'm saying? We look at us. Not that many people can do the O2. So how many times can we have the opportunity to showcase us like this? So you got to be the best.
You have all these opportunities to exploit everywhere
Yeah.
else in the world, but you always take it back to Nigeria. Is this a conscious thing you do, or is it just?
Me that I'm from Africa, why don't I want to go back to Africa? The Americans are going to Africa.
Yeah.
Ghana is packed.
Yeah.
Nigeria is no space.
Uh-huh.
No hotels, you can't book no hotel room.
Uh-huh.
You don't understand how I love being in Nigeria.
Uh-huh.
Before we used to always want to run to Africa, to America to go and do show.
Okay.
Now everybody wants to run back home.
Uh-huh.
Because now you're seeing the beauty of everything. After all this corona, blah, 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 blah. It didn't even touch us like that.
Africa wasn't that much open for business. How
Yeah.
did the pandemic affect David?
My best part of being an artist is performing.
Of course. Uh-huh.
So not being able to tour, not being able to be on stage. It's like, even when you're making music in the studio, it's like you're already imagining how it's going to be on
Go to your
stage.
stage, okay.
So imagine not even having that opportunity. Like, but I'm happy that everything is kind of opening back up and having the opportunity to get back in and do what I do best.
Yeah, and obviously you have grown up in front of us all these years without no privacy. We've seen you come from a boy to a young man.
Yeah.
Do you find pockets of privacy to be able to just do your thing and take your space and be you?
No. For now, man.
David
like,
is a movie, yeah?
every day is a movie. It's like, yo, what now? Like, you know, that's how I wake up. I'm like, yo, what now? So, but when I'm with my kids, I think that's like most time I feel normal. And, you know.
Is this in a way going to be your biggest showcase because you have so much music under your belt and you have achieved so much? Is this, how important is this?
It's 3 hours of music.
Oof. How important is it to you and as a marker for you in your career, 11 years celebrating it? Is this going to be the ultimate Davido experience?
Of course.
And do you do this for every show you go to?
No.
London is special, OT is special.
No, definitely, like, if I'm on tour, definitely, like, we try to, like, with production, I try to do the max. Like, I'm not making money off this show because of production. Like, we're trying to go all out, you know what I'm saying? So, like...
Any hints, will you be coming in from... Will you be coming in...
Nah, I'm just going to walk on stage.
Easy.
Hey, everybody.
There's always people who have camps and always have their favorite. You know, this one I have David, Wiz, Berna. You guys have kind of like, you've made up now, haven't you? You never fight. Or is it kind of like WWF? You guys are actually compatriots in the background, but yeah, to the public, the fans are the ones who are taking on the fight.
I think it's the fans, like, mainly the fans, like...
Because your fans are wild.
It wasn't even about that, like, like even the video of us hugging, like, I really ain't seen them in like 4 years, like, physically. Like, that was the first time we've seen anywhere, like, never really in the same place. It's been, like, if you think about it, if they book him, they probably won't book me. If they book me, they probably won't.
Of course. Yeah, it's one of those.
So just like, we
You
just
can't
never,
afford that
we just
bag,
never
huh?
really saw. And most people that work for him, I talk to them every day. People that work for him, like, we have mutuals anyway. But obviously, like, the fans have their favorite, you know, for whatever reason. You can't fight that, you know what I'm saying? So.
Do we ever see a Burna, Wiz, and Davido record happening? Ever?
Ask them when you see them. Ask them.
It's on tape, yeah. I'm going to ask them.
Ask them.
I'm going to ask them. I like to say, man, O'Shea, thank you so much for
Thank you,
coming to be
Edu,
with us,
man.
bro.
And thank
Of
you
course,
from
man.
the beginning, man. It's amazing. Like 10 years later, we're alive, we're healthy, we're still here,
Of course.
pushing the culture, and it hasn't been easy. And Saturday, we celebrate once again.
Of course.
For sure.
Yeah, man. O'Shea? O'Shea gone.
Thank you, sir.